All right, let's start with the big story that we are tracking this morning on Wion, where Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has written a letter to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking a resumption of dialogue at the United Nations General Assembly meet later this month in New York. More specifically, what Imran Khan wants is Prime Minister Narendra Modi to go ahead and give a green light for a meeting between the external affairs ministers of both nations, that is Sushma Swaraj and her Pakistani counterpart Shah Mehmood Qureshi, on the sidelines of the UNGA meet in New York later this month. Now, there has been intense speculation in the past few weeks on whether Sushma Swaraj will meet her counterpart at the UNGA. Now, Imran Khan's letter is in response to a letter that was written by Narendra Modi in the month of August, pressing Pakistan for a meaningful and a constructive engagement. Now, this was after Khan said in his victory speech that Pakistan will respond with 2 steps for every step that India takes for normalization of ties between the two nations. Now, Wion has accessed exclusive details of the letter. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said, and I quote, "It would be better if the two nations' foreign ministers can meet on the sidelines of the UNGA in order to initiate a formal dialogue process that has been pending for a long time." Now, the two nations have not had any substantial dialogue since 2015, when Sushma Swaraj had travelled to Islamabad for the Heart of Asia conference. The Pakistani Prime Minister's letter for dialogue comes just a day after the Pakistani forces had murdered an Indian border security force personnel along the international border. Now, the act exposes Imran Khan's empty talk of dialogue with India. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by our Islamabad Bureau Chief Anas Malik. Good morning to you, Anas. Thanks for joining us. Now, this is a significant step that's in fact taken place, where Imran Khan has written a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking that the foreign ministers of the two nations should actually meet on the sidelines of the UNGA. What are the specifics of this letter that's been written by Imran Khan?
Well, absolutely, Salah. This is a major move that is coming in here from the Pakistani side. The Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has formally written a letter replying to the initial letter from his counterpart in India to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he's asked for talks and in fact proposed for talks and said that it would be ideal, it would be better that the two foreign ministers could meet on the sidelines of UNGA in order to initiate that talks process that had been pending for long. Now, that is a significant move. Not just that, Imran Khan has also emphasized on pressing the outstanding issues, the resolution to the outstanding issues through dialogue, and that he said that only meaningful dialogue can help achieve us resolve all of our outstanding issues. So Pakistani side had been clearly pressing for talks, but whereas the Indian side had been on a very redundant stance, saying that talks and terror and talks cannot go hand in hand. But now this change in stance is certainly something to look out for.
Absolutely,
yes,
indeed. And also, considering the fact that Pakistan is in fact under pressure, now the FATF wants Pakistan to act against terror groups. India has been demanding for a very long time that Pakistan should act against these terror groups. Can we see a change of policy on the part of Imran Khan, where he will crack down on the safe havens which some of these terror networks actually get in Pakistan?
Well, absolutely, that would be a major takeaway from these talks, because India has been long saying that Pakistan should stop cross-border terror, whereas Pakistan has been maintaining that it has no terror sanctuaries or no movements of terrorists from its soil. So it would be something to look out for. Again, Pakistan had been saying for an uninterrupted and uninterruptible dialogue, and this is exactly what they had been eyeing for. With regards to the new government in Pakistan, what the mood in Pakistan looks like that the Indian establishment is also looking for perhaps a change in policy, and that is the reason they would want to engage. And what our sources tell that ideally the meeting between the two foreign ministers is likely to be held on the 26th of September on the sidelines once they are done with the SARC ministerial meeting in New York. Now that would be a very major development. Again, Pakistan we're yet to see any concrete actions being taken, but the takeaways from these talks, from the initiation of these dialogues, would be something to look out for, primarily because the last time Pakistan and India have formally engaged in bilateral talks was in 2015 December, when EM Sushma Swaraj came down to Islamabad.